immersed in your suffering. It encourages self-diagnosis and resisting professional help. I don't need therapy, I have TikTok. Therapy is expensive, I'll just talk to my online friends. It encourages making mental illness your whole identity instead of one part of a complex human experience. It encourages bonding solely over shared suffering instead of shared joy, interests, or values. It encourages staying in emotions, performing them, aestheticizing them instead of processing and moving through them. None of this is helping. And the mental health statistics among young people prove it. Let me be specific about the harm this causes. For people who are actually mentally ill, romanticization delays treatment and recovery. It makes you think your suffering is beautiful, deep, interesting, so why change it? It gives you community and validation for staying sick instead of getting better. It teaches you to perform your illness instead of treating it. For people who aren't actually mentally ill but are convinced they are, you adopt the language, behaviors, and identity of mental illness without actually having clinical conditions. You start to embody what you're performing. You convince yourself you're more impaired than you are. You might actually create mental health problems through constant rumination and negative thought patterns. For everyone, it normalizes suffering. It makes people think severe mental illness is just part of being human, so they don't seek help when they actually need it. It creates echo chambers where everyone is validating each other's maladaptive coping, and no one is encouraging actual recovery. It spreads harmful behaviors and thought patterns. Let me talk about the difference between authentic sharing and romanticization. Authentic sharing looks like, I'm struggling with depression. Here's what I'm doing about it. Therapy, medication, lifestyle changes. Some days are hard, but I'm working on it. I had a panic attack today. It was really difficult. I used my coping skills and I'm okay now. Here's what helped. Living with mental illness is challenging. Treatment is helping. Recovery isn't linear, but I'm committed to it. Romanticization looks like, I'm such a mess. I can't do anything. Look at my aesthetic depression room. Isn't my suffering poetic? Just a girl with crippling anxiety and depression and ADHD and trauma, barely surviving, but make it aesthetic. Mental breakdown core, crying in the bathtub vibes, can't get out of bed energy. See the difference? One acknowledges struggle while focusing on coping and recovery. One makes struggle the entire point and aesthetic. One treats mental illness as something you're managing. One treats it as who you are. One moves toward health. One stays stuck in illness. Here's what I want you to understand. You are not your mental illness. Depression might be something you have. It's not who you are. Anxiety might be something you experience. It's not your personality. Trauma might be something that happened to you. It's not your identity. You are a complex human being with interests, values, relationships, goals, quirks, strengths, and yes, also struggles. When you make mental illness your entire identity, you lose all the other parts of yourself, and you make recovery impossible. Because recovery would mean losing yourself. Let me talk about what to do instead. If you've been romanticizing your mental illness, here's how to shift. 1. Diversify your identity. You are not just your diagnosis. What else are you interested in? What do you value? What brings you joy? Start posting about those things. Start building an identity that includes but is not dominated by mental illness. 2. Curate your consumption. If your entire feed is mental illness content, you're training your brain to focus on illness. Follow accounts about your interests, your hobbies, things that inspire you. Limit exposure to mental illness content. 3. Change how you share. If you're going to post about mental health, focus on coping and recovery, not just suffering. Share what's helping, share progress, share hope. Not just I'm dying, but I'm struggling, and here's what I'm doing about it. 4. Get professional help. Social media is not therapy. Online friends are not mental health professionals. If you're genuinely struggling, get actual treatment. Therapy, psychiatry, evidence-based interventions. 5. Build connections beyond shared diagnosis. Join communities based on interests, not just shared suffering. Find friends who know you as more than the anxious one. Build relationships that can withstand you getting